welcome or welcome back to Crafts by KMW. Thank you so much for clicking on this video to watch it. I truly appreciate it, and I hope you enjoy it. If you're not subscribed already, I would love it if you would subscribe to my channel. You will get access to all my new videos as well as old videos. I have quite a library now, and I would love it if you would like and comment. Those actions really help my channel and help with the YouTube algorithm to get my channel and my videos out to those who might like them. So thank you so much. I really appreciate it. So I am so excited to share with you another completed pages video, and this one is for May. Now I have two other ones from this year on the channel. I did January and February together, and then March and April. And for some reason, for this month, I was really motivated for May, because it's actually June 1st now. Happy June. I wanted to be able to do just a May video, and I wanted to make sure I had enough pages. So to me, enough is like 10. And I actually have 21 pages to share with you. So I'm super excited. I was super motivated this month, and I guess motivation gets results because I was able to finish quite a few pages. I colored in 6 different books, as you can see right here. And I am so super excited. Most of them were works in progress, I must admit. I very rarely open up to a blank page in any book and color it from start to finish. I color a few things, and then I go on to another page and color a few more, and then I might switch books and color a few things on a couple pages. So I have a lot of works in progress, and that's what I'm trying to finish up with these videos and get those out of the way, so then I can actually start some new pages. So I'm going to start with, and as you can see, Finn is here. Say hi, Finn. I'm gonna start with the Quirkles book because it is the biggest, and this way I can adjust the camera, my phone, after it and bring it down a little bit when I have just regular size pages. All right, so I did 9 pages in this book. Okay, buddy, I gotta move you over a little bit. All right, just let me adjust so it's a little bit higher so you can see the whole page. All right, so if you're not familiar with Quirkles, I believe there are 4 of them. These are color by number books by Thomas Pivett. He also did some other really popular books, the 1000 dot to dot book. So if you have those, this is the same illustrator. And these are made up of circles, and you choose 5 colors, and then you color, you assign a number to each color that you've chosen, and then you color the corresponding circles, and you get really cool images. This one is masterpieces, so these are all works of art. I have 2 other Quirkles books, Quirkles Cats and Quirkles Icons, and both of those I finished already. I do have those videos up on the channel, so if you'd like to check them out, you can. All right, so here is the first one. So this is King Tut's mask. Now, obviously, this doesn't have an artist's name because we have no idea, I don't think, of who crafted this mask. But I chose really specific colors for this one because I kind of knew what this looked like. I've seen it before. So I wanted to use blues and red and gold. And I think it turned out really well. I used gold paint pen, and then the rest is pencils, probably a mix of Brutfuner and Prismacolor, and then the background is just black, probably Crayola marker. And I did use stickers. On all of these, I add the name of the artwork and the artist, so that way when I flip through the book, I know. And it helps me to use up a lot of my alphabet stickers so I can buy more. All right, so this next one, this is Venus by Alexandros of Antioch. So this one again, I chose pencils. Okay, bud, this isn't working for me. Oh. As I was saying, I chose mostly pencils. I did use a couple of markers because I didn't have the exact shades of pencil that I wanted. And then the background is chalk pastel. So I like how this one came out. I was familiar with this artwork. Some of them I have never seen before. So this is Donatello's David. I am not sure I love the color scheme that I chose. I kind of regret using these tan colors, but I think it came out okay. So this is all marker, I believe, and then I believe there's marker on the background as well. I used my pastel set, of alcohol markers, and I like this one. I think it's colorful. So this one is one of my favorites. This is The Birth of Venus by Botticelli. So I can change the orientation for you. I really like the color choice on this one. I think I actually got the idea for these colors looking at some other colorist completed pages, and I saw something similar and I was like, oh, that looked really nice. And so this is all markers, and I don't know, it just looks bright and fun and kind of psychedelic at the same time too. So I really like this one. It's probably one of my favorites in this book so far. So next we have Michelangelo's David. So this is, I believe, all markers as well. And I think some of them, nope, none are alcohol. So these are just Crayola markers. I just didn't feel like doing a background. I think it actually looks good with white. So this next one is the Sistine Madonna, and I'll change the orientation there for you, by Raphael Sanzio. And this one I wanted to do in pinks. I believe I used all alcohol markers on this one, even in the background. And then I used gold gel pen to outline the circles, which is the first time I've ever done that. I don't know, this just spoke to me that it needed some gold in it. So I really like how this one turned out. I think it's really pretty. So next we have Jacques Louis David's The Death of Marat. I was not familiar with this artwork. I'd heard of it, but I don't think I've ever seen it before. I don't know how good of a representation this is of it, but I don't know, for some reason greens and beiges just spoke out to me. So this is all done with marker, some of them alcohol markers. So I kind of like this one, it looks serene. This one is James Abbott McNeil's Whistler's Mother. I know that he did a lot. There's a series of the Whistler's Mother paintings. I think this is a snippet actually from the one where she's sitting in the chair, in the rocking chair in a room with an open window. It's a really famous painting. So I think this is just her head from that painting. I'm not 100% sure, but I think so. I really like the color combination that I chose on here. And this is marker and Brett Funer colored pencils. I'm not decided on a background yet, so I think I'm just gonna leave it like this. I might do something with the background at some point, but I don't know. I think it kind of looks good on white. And then the last one is Gustav Klimt's The Kiss. And this is actually the correct orientation. If you see the whole painting, she's like lying on a bed underneath a beautiful blanket. And so this is the actual correct orientation of it. I absolutely love, love, love that painting. I have, I've already done a diamond painting of that painting, and I have another one, so absolutely love it. So I chose the colors like the pinks to kind of give off the feeling of love and that, and then I chose some darker colors, the browns, to sort of contrast with it. So I like how it came out. I think it is really, really neat. I just wish it had shown more of the image. It's kind of hard to see what the painting is about by just this little snippet, but I do like how this came out. All right, so now I'm just gonna change my orientation, sit down, grab my other books, and I will show you those. Be back in a sec. All right, so next, I colored 2 pages in this book. This is the Color by Numbers artistic coloring book for adults, Cats in Nature. It doesn't really have a publisher or an illustrator. They have a number of books in this series. And I did do a video on this book. I think it's part of a video that I did where I shared other coloring books as well. Oh, he's just so determined. And I did talk about this book and how the pictures are lovely, and they are, and that's why I bought it. But the paper is just junk. It is horrible. It is basically newsprint, and nothing really works well on it at all. I have found that markers work best. It allows you to complete the pages relatively quickly and a little bit easier than using pencil. And to be honest, I do not want to waste my good pencils on this junky paper. So I mostly use markers in this book. So the first page I colored was this one, and I love it. It is so pretty. These completed pages are lovely, and they're actually fun to do. It's really neat to see the image evolve right in front of your eyes. It's just so sad that they chose to use the worst possible paper in it. I think these books would sell better, although I don't know their sales, but I imagine they're not selling tons of them like Hannah Carlson and other artists do because of the paper. So it's really a shame that they kind of took the cheap way out and gave us such junky paper. This one is colored with Crayola markers, and I used one colored pencil, this light gray, because I didn't have a light enough marker for that. But I love it. I love this cat. And then this is the other one I did. So this one, you can see how the markers really damage the paper. And this one was colored with my Rolla Art markers that I got from TJ Maxx. If you're not familiar, TJ Maxx, Home Goods, and Home Sense, they're all under one parent company, and they do sell art supplies. And I bought a set of markers from them. And I thought they were great at first, but after using them on this page, I realized that they are not. You can see where the paper has been really damaged because the markers just shredded the paper and created all these little bits. It was a pain to color with these markers on this paper. So I probably won't do that again. I will say that the texture, now that I look at it and the image is finished, is kind of cool. that the markers left behind, but it was horrible using them. And I did use one colored pencil again because I didn't have the correct shade of gray. But I do like how it turned out, but boy, this paper is really awful. I think I did recommend this book when I did it in my video, but now I would say, unless you are really a cat lover and really love Color My Number, this book is just not worth it. I would love to print these, you know, scan them into my computer and print them, but they're so light, I don't know if it would turn out well. So I'm just gonna color this book with markers, and how they turn out is how they turn out. All right, so next is Tales from Atlantis, and I did 4 pages in here. So this is the first one I finished, this bottle. So I had most of it done. There were just a few details that I needed to finish on this one, like all the little corals and a few details on the bottle. I don't really like the illustration itself, but I do like it colored much, much better. And I used Castle Arts Harmonious pencils on this, and just a few other random colored pencils, and paint pens and gel pen, and then watercolor for the background. So I do like how it looks colored, and I like that I was able to achieve the look of water without totally hiding the little jellyfish. I always worry about that when I have a water image and I want to go over it with, you know, blues, greens, whites, whatever, to give the appearance of water. I always worry about the image disappearing, and this one shows up pretty well, so I like that effect. So then I finished this one. I don't know, I guess I was in the mood to color jellyfish. So this one I used my Color and Brutfuner pastel pencils. Not pastel pencils, not chalks, but pastel colored pencils, as well as gel pen. So I just wanted to keep it very light and pastel-y. So I do like how this turned out. I like the contrast of these little ones. I used a neon pink Jelly Roll pen, and I like how it contrasts with the larger ones. So not my favorite illustration, but I do like it colored, and I'm kind of glad this one is over. So the next one, I did this page. So this one, I did the background first because I had my watercolors out that day, and I just decided to open random pages and get the backgrounds done. So all I had to do was color the 2 little mermaids, mermen. I'm not sure if both are women. One's a woman, one's a man. I'm not sure. And I colored them mostly with gel pens, and I did use Brutfuner pencils on the skin. So I like this page. I think it came out good. I did add a little bit of glitter pen to it. I'm not sure if you can see that it shines, but I like this page. Just a cute little page. I like that Hannah Carlson gives us pages like this that are smaller, like the images are smaller, there's more background, not as much detail. You can finish them faster, and I like that. And then this one is the last page in this book. I love this page. This is one of my favorite pages in the book. And I had it mostly done. I just had to finish up a few details and do the background. So this is colored exclusively with Castle Arts Harmonious pencils. I'm gonna use those pencils a lot in this book. They just go with like water pages, ocean pages, and so I just thought that these would look really, really nice on this page. And then the only other thing I used was a gel pen, and then I used watercolor on the background. I really like how this page turned out. I'm very happy with it. One of my favorites that I colored this in May. I keep saying this month, forgetting that it is June 1st. And today is my mom's birthday. She would have been 80 years old. So I don't know why I keep forgetting that. So next is Hannah Carlson's Daydreams, and I colored 2 pages in here. So the first one is this one. And I really don't like this image at all. I'm not a big fan of rabbits. So I kind of wanted to get it done. So I had most of it done. I just had to finish a few details and do the background. And I just didn't know what to do with the background. But then I thought, okay, this picture is hanging, so it's hanging on a wall with wallpaper or paint, and I didn't want to just do it plain, so I decided to do a stripe. And then for the colors, I did these greens because in my house and when I lived in North Carolina, my dining room, I had like a red and green apple theme going on in there. My dining set has chairs that are red and they have apples carved into them. So I wanted to do something unique with the walls without using wallpaper. So we had wainscoting on the bottom that was painted red. And then on the top, I did a stripe effect just like this with a pine green and then like a lighter green, maybe like a grass green or a dark green. And it looked really good. So I kind of thought of that and I did that on here. The pencils didn't blend as well as I wanted to. I used mostly Prismacolors on this page, but I think it looks okay. And I do like how I did the bunny. Usually I do my bunnies light colors, and I don't know, this one just screamed that it needed to be gray to me for some reason. And normally I will do short little strokes with lots of different colors to make it look like hair, fur. But this one, I just colored it regular and I still think it looks good. So I'm happy with how it came out, even though I'm not in love with the illustration itself. And then I have this one. So this one I had mostly done except for just finishing up some details on the flowers and leaves and then doing the background. So I used different pencils on this, Brutfuner, Prismacolor, gel pens as well. And for the background, again, I wanted it to look like this was hanging on like the side of a house. And I thought of doing a door, but I thought it would just be too confusing. And there's too many small spaces to color in between here. I just didn't think I could get it to look like an actual door. So I just went with like the side of a house. So I tried to make it look like siding or like paneling. I was gonna do wood and add some like wood grain effect to it with like a white gel pen. But I just decided, again, there's just too many little tiny spaces in here and I didn't want to deal with all that. So I just left it as is. I think it came out okay. I don't know if it truly gives the look of this is a house, this is an exterior of a house, but I still think it looks pretty. I like the bright, vibrant colors. I like the overall look of it. Oh, and I do have one more page in here. I think I said, oh no, I think I did say 3. All right, so here is the 3rd page that I finished in this book in May. So Hannah has a lot of pages like this with just a house and mushrooms. I don't love them, but I try to make the best of them. So this one I thought would look good with like pinks and corals and beige. So this is colored with Prismacolor pencils, gel pen. I think there's some paint pen, Posca paint pen down here. I think I used Posca pen on the background. So I like how it came out. I think it's neat. And again, not one of my favorite illustrations, but I think it came out pretty good. So next I colored in Summer Nights as well by Hannah Carlson. I have 2 completed pages in here. So this one I just finished earlier today, and I had almost all of it done. The only thing I needed to finish was the grasshopper. So on this page I used Castle Arts Harmonious pencils, a few other pencils, and gel pen. So I really like how this looked. I wanted to give like a kind of a dusk effect, and I don't feel like I do that really well. So I chose more darker colors for this, especially on the flowers. And I think it does give that appearance of sort of dusky before it turns really, really dark. I really like the background. That took a really long time. It took a lot of layering, a lot of blending, a lot of coloring more to make sure I could get the blending right. It took a long time to do this background, but it did pay off and I'm really happy with it. And then this page, again, Hannah Carlson does a ton of birds in her books. So this one, I don't know, the stars in that circle just kind of gave me a patriotic vibe. So I wanted to do this mostly in reds and blues. I did make some changes when I was finishing this. Most of it was finished. I just had to finish the bird and do a few other details. I originally had the flowers purple and these little berries pink, and it just didn't go. I don't know what I was thinking. I knew I was gonna do the bird in red and blue, so I don't know why I did those elements that color, so I changed them. So I used gel pen to go over the purple flowers in like a yellowy cream color, and then gel pen to go over the pink berries with red. So I like that much, much better. And then I incorporated the creamy color into the bird as well. And I really like how it turned out. So this was Brett Fooner pencils, I think pretty exclusively, a little bit of marker, and gel pen. All right, and I have one page left to show you. This is in Anastasia Ellie Caldereva's Ecliptica. She is one of my favorite artists. Love, love, love her. And you can, let me show you her name so you can screenshot that if you're looking for some new books. She sells her books on her own website. She also has a Bootsy account where she sells her books in groups for a certain price, and she also sells every book in PDF form. So if you like PDFs and printing your own pages, you could get her pages from there. I'm actually gonna buy her newest book. I think this one's from 2023, but she has a new book out, and I think I'm gonna buy that in PDF because I can print it on better paper. The paper in here is okay. It's very flat, it doesn't have much tooth, so it's hard to use wax pencils on it. It also has a sheen, a little bit of a sheen to it. So some supplies don't work as well with it. So I'm interested to see how I can color them with on different paper. I'm using my Nina cardstock. But here's the page that I did. So this book is all about the zodiac. So there are 2 pages for each sign of the zodiac. So this is the second Scorpio page. And I chose this one to finish this one because it's a very simple page. It's basically just her. And there's really nothing else to contend with. So I thought that I could finish this one in a timely manner. So I colored the skin first using my Creatology skin color pencils from Michaels. Those are excellent if you're looking for skin tone pencils and you don't want to pay a lot of money. They are amazing pencils for the money. You do have to work them on certain types of paper like this. I did really have to work the pencils, do a lot of layers, a lot of blending, but it did turn out really well in the end. When I did the hair, I wanted to do something kind of different, a little special, because again, this image is pretty plain. So I decided to do rainbow hair, and I love how it turned out. The hair is colored all with Brutfuner pencils, and then I used gel pen on the earring. The background inside the circle is gelatos. I hadn't used them in a while, so I decided to pull them out, and I'm so happy with how this galaxy sky came out. I'm normally not good at doing galaxy sky at all. It never looks the way I envision it in my head. But this one actually did turn out pretty well. And then I used just marker, Crayola marker on the outside, and then gel pen to make the Scorpio constellation and to write it on top. I love this page. I'm so happy with it, and it's really motivating me to do the rest of the pages in this book. So I will probably have some more to show you in my June or June-July video, depending on how that goes. Hey everybody, so this is future me, and I am getting ready to edit and finalize my May finished coloring pages video. And I just realized that I left out an entire book. So I am just gonna go through it and add it now. So this means that I completed 27 pages in May. Holy cow. So excited, so amazed. I don't know if I'll be able to match or beat that for June, but I am incredibly excited about May. So this last book is Grains of Gold, and I have 6 pages that I completed in here. I think I realized what happened. I had been working on finishing pages in this book for that video on the 31st. And I set it on a table, not where I had all of the other finished books. So when I grabbed them, I forgot about this one. So easy fix. I'm just gonna go through it now. If you can't tell, I am actually holding my phone and I'm sitting in my recliner. I just didn't feel like going and setting up and all of that. So hopefully this will work and be okay. If you see this video, it means that it turned out okay. So the first page I finished in Grains of Gold was this one. I love it. I have another copy of this page. I think it's in Daydreams. If you're not familiar, Grains of Gold is a compilation book. So she chose pages from a bunch of her current published books at the time. And so this one, I believe, is in Daydreams. So I'm so excited because I love this page. I think it's so cool. And I have another opportunity to color it. So this one is colored with, I believe it's Tombow pencils and gel pen for the stars. And the butterfly is, I think, exclusively gel pen. I tried to remember how many colors I used. I used at least 40 different colors on the butterfly. It may be more. And I just wanted her hair to be really fantastical and kind of like a rainbow, but with different colors, not the traditional rainbow colors. So I really, really like how she turned out. I'm doing the other one totally differently, so I'm really excited to do that one as well. All right, so the next one is this one. So this is another of Hannah's relatively, I would say, easy pages, where it's a smaller design and there's not much else going on in the background. So this one I colored with Castle Arts pencils and Prismacolor pencils, and then I used a little bit of gel pen, I think, and chalk pastel on the background. I just didn't feel like going around all these little areas, so I just made it more of a vignette. I'll raise that up a little bit so you can see it better. So I like how this came out. It's not my favorite page, but I do think it looks much prettier colored. So the next one is this little chicks page. So this is typically not a page that I am really jazzed about. It's really sweet. It's very cute, but I think for me, it's a little too cutesy. As someone who likes to color horror pages, I find this page just a little too much. But I love Hannah Carlson, and I plan on coloring all of the books that I have of hers completely. So this page had to be colored. So this page I coated with clear gesso, and I used my alcohol markers as a base. I'm trying to use my alcohol markers more. I don't have a ton of them, but what I do have, I want to use. So I based everything in alcohol marker, and then I went over it with pencil. And I used just a variety of different pencils, Prismacolor, Brutfuner, and I think there's a few Castle Arts in here as well, and gel pen. I really like how it came out. Again, not my favorite page, but I think it's adorable, and I did like basing it in the alcohol marker. It makes it so much easier, any markers. It makes it so much easier to then add on. You're not worrying about covering the paper because it's already covered. So I do like this page colored. So then next is this one. So this one, again, is not one of my favorite illustrations, but I do like the rose. I love roses, and I do like that it's a simple page. So I basically had the image colored already. I just had to add some more dimension and depth with colored pencil. I think I used Castle Arts and Prismacolor on here. But then I didn't know what to do with the background, and I just decided to pull out my chalk pastels and kind of do whatever felt good. So I used red, pink, and yellow colored pencils. I just chalk pastel pencils. I just randomly colored in splotches and then blended, added more, blended again. It took a while. There's lots of layers of chalk on here, but I think it looks okay. It's a little more yellow than I wanted, but as I tried to cover up the yellow, it started turning orange. And even if I used pink, if I used red, it didn't really matter. So I kind of stopped doing that and just accepted the yellow. So it's not exactly what I envisioned, but I think it still does look okay. And next we have this one. So if you know Hannah Carlson books, you know that she does a lot of bugs. And this one I kind of liked. I didn't know what to do with it though. So I had started out by coloring the legs black and doing the beautiful jewel here, or ruby or whatever, red. And then I kind of left it. So when I came back to it, I decided I should just go with that theme. Kind of red, black, and interject some gold in here. And I think it turned out really cool. I like it. So I used various colored pencils, mostly gel pens. There's very little colored pencil on this page. And then the background is watercolor. I had to fuss with the background a lot because getting this sort of misty look in gold around the bug and then making it blend with the black was really hard. But it took a lot of layers and a lot of time, but I think I finally got it to where I'm happy with it. So I like this page. I think this bug, I think she looks very regal and refined and fancy. So I kind of like that. All right, and then the last one is this double page. So I'm gonna change my orientation here on you. So, so this is a double page that comes from the book Soulmates. And I had the image completed. So I had the images on both pages fully completed. I just had no idea what to do with the background. And I made them Christmassy. I did the red berries, the green leaves, the red bows. So I had in mind that they're Christmassy. So I just thought, okay, what if I use my watercolors and make the background gold? Because I didn't want to do red, I didn't want to do green, because I didn't want to take away from the little details. So I'm going to bring this down and focus on each page singly now, because my arms are hurting. So, so I just took my watercolors and just painted both pages in gold. And then I was like, okay, well, that's not enough. I need more. So I thought, well, I haven't used a stencil on a page in a while. So let me see what I've got. And I saw these stars and I thought, okay, stars are Christmassy. So I took some red ink and did the stars, and I love the overall effect. I think it looks so pretty. I think it looks very Christmassy, very regal. I think the background is a nice kind of support for the images, but also a little bit of a contrast. So I really, really like it. And I think I did the fur on this little guy. I think it's a lemur monkey. This took me a long time. I used about 8 different colors, and I really tried to get like the directionality of the fur, especially like here in the leg. Most times when I do fur, I don't really care. I kind of do it all one way, but I don't know. I felt like this was a wild animal and that it would have fur kind of going in all directions. So I did a little bit on here. I don't know how great it looks, but I think it looks pretty cool. So I am happy with how this double page turned out. It's probably up there with one of my favorites. So that is that is actually the last book that I had any pages completed in. Thank you for sticking with me for almost 12 extra minutes. I appreciate it. I hope you enjoyed this part of the video as well as the entire video. I thank you for watching. I would love it if you would subscribe, like, and comment. It really helps me out and helps support the channel. And I do appreciate all of the support that I've gotten already from all of you. So thank you so much. Take care, have a fantastic day, and have a very crafty day as well. See you next time.